Hey everybody, Preston Poulter here with Pocket Jacks Comics. Oh my goodness gracious. Ignited is here. Whew. Oh, this comic book. You're gonna love it. Um, let's go over the backstory. Who are the superstars of Ignited? Um, well, we've got, like they give us some of them. Here's this person who shows up for a single panel who's apparently named Shy. But that's not really the superstars. The real superstars of Ignited are, as the book tells you, the brilliant minds behind them. Let's meet the brilliant minds behind them. Okay, so we got Mark Waid. I've done a number of videos on him. He is very noteworthy. Essentially, just think of a big, elaborate man-child who has kind of one ideological outlook. If you fall outside that, you are, in his words, a garbage human. Then we got Kwanzer Osajyefo, who will constantly race bait. Like, that is his superpower. Like, in any situation he approaches, he thinks, but what about black? Have you considered? Have you, he was, it's like dating somebody from The Root who's always like, the reason you like french fries is because of white privilege. So, you got these two great minds together. What you can feel, like, I finished Chernobyl. You can just feel the white privilege ideology just radiating out from the book. Like, you gotta, like, watch it with like encased in lead or something, or you just go blind from, like, the social justice will wash over you. The book is thoroughly unenjoyable unless you can just absolutely look at it for the parody that it is, in which case it's really painful and awkward. If you watch a lot of my videos, I give many comic books a pass. G. Willow Wilson's Wonder Woman, I gave that one a pass. Even Little Bird's starting to grow on me a little bit. This thing is a train wreck, which is just going to get wreckier. In terms of artistic merit, it has really nice print quality. Like, they chose a good printer. Like, it's a solid book. Like, I like the texture of it, and artistically, not bad, not bad. It is, it's a bit like Prometheus. It's a beautiful movie. It looks great. In terms of the writing, imagine Prometheus, but what if the alien were, like, attacking people based on their color, kind of stuff? All right, so let's just dive into this. Just enjoy the feast of social justice as it is set before us. So we open up, and Mark Waid, being one of the brilliant minds behind this book, he will explain what this book is.
And it's about what happens when 6 survivors of a high school shooting are given the power to push back forcefully against the kind of people who
we're going to give superpowers to people who will push back forcefully against the people who allowed this to happen. And I pointed this out in my last video about Mark Waid acting badly at the Diamond Comics retailer. Is essentially that mean that this book is going to be superpowered people attacking Mark Waid's political opponents? If you answered yes, that's exactly what we got. So we're going to start off with Alex Jones, because we have to get some broad buy-in here and go, well, I mean, how do I get people on board with the social justice train? Which, of course, is an unnecessary question, because if you're buying Ignited, like, it's not like you weren't already in Mark Waid and Kwanzer's pocket, and if you weren't, you're in for a bad time. So. But, in an attempt to try and get you on board, we start by attacking Alex Jones, because, he did the Sandy Hook thing and said Sandy Hook was a hoax, which he shouldn't have done, and therefore what? Like, let's stop and ask yourself that question. So we got Alex Jones, and in the words of Mark Waid, we superpower people are going to be pushing back against the people who allowed a school shooting to happen. How did Alex Jones allow a school shooting to happen? How does his dopey internet podcast, YouTube, formerly YouTube thing, cause or allow to happen a school shooting? How is he related other than he said something inflammatory? He's not. He's not. But the comic book just goes, you're clearly not woke enough because he deserves to have his house just kaboomed by superpower people. That's right, mother. So, yeah, I mean, if you're not on board with that, the rest of the book you're not going to like. Step with me into a portal into the world through the social justice filter. First off, all guns in this world are fully automatic. I did some research. There has never been a fully automatic weapon used in a school shooting. Why? They're really difficult to get. But in this one, well, oh look, how many bullets are in the air at once? Those are a whole. By the way, those aren't rifle bullets, right? If it's a fully automatic rifle, right, they would be long and thin. Those are more like pistol slugs. So this is a machine pistol, even rare. Again, like, social justice people don't know their guns. You got to come down to Texas. We show you what guns are down here. Not in a violent way. We'll take you to a gun range. Look, I've my former inker, Diana Greenhalgh, when she came down here, she loved firing guns and learn about the whole thing. We'll take you. We'll have a good time. But all right, so we're following this one woman main character who has a name like, yeah, Get Along. I didn't write it, folks. So, and the press is all right. So we're starting off, and there was a school shooting last year, and now kind of first week back, and the press is there. And we don't like the press because they're just ghouls. They're just like tapping in on the grief. And all right, so next we now have to go to our next kind of woke talking point, which is that conservatives say they should put armed guards in schools, which works in Israel, by the way. Very few school shootings in Israel, and they have armed guards there at schools by law. Just so you know. But here in the world of Waid and Kwanzer, they're like, what a ridiculous notion. Putting armed people in schools. That would never work. We can't even imagine a universe in which that would work. That's clearly just a jaded, tired talking point from people who are too white to realize that. You think a black teacher wants to have a handgun when the LAPD pulls up? He could just throw down the handgun. But going to our second point, he could just throw down the handgun. But all right, going to our third point, if Mr. Waid wants us to have fun with superpowered people just attacking the people who allowed this to happen, is LAPD next? Right. Because, oh, wait, what about this white teacher? Because you don't want her to have a gun because black people. Are we gonna superpowered bash her down? So that we start off and we're like, what a silly notion putting guns in schools. Then we go to the next one. What a silly notion with the idea that you can prevent school shootings by like locking the doors to your classroom. We're gonna have to make fun of that. Okay, so now let's pause. Let's pause our story. Okay, so Mr. Waid and Mr. Kwanzer. What is the solution then? Right? Like, if you can't put guns in schools, and wooden blocks aren't the answer, attack Alex Jones. Of course. Attack Alex Jones, burn down his home. Number of school shootings suddenly dramatically Oh, so then we've got our hooded and, Darth Vader of Antifa. It's like Darth Vader meets Antifa. person of color who literally gives us a woke-up call, right? She's here to wake us up to the horrible realities that are, you know, essentially reality for people who are black. And if you can't see that, well, then, yeah, you're well, what planet have you been on? This is what Kwanzer wants you to realize, is just how horrible, what a horrible existence, and how difficult it is to have melanin in your skin in the United States. And now it's time to smash that system. You can tell Unignited, we're getting ready just to start burning down some stuff. It's time for Viva la Revolution, people. Here comes Che Guevara. Pretty soon we're going to have visits from Karl Marx talking about the evils of industrialization, and if you disagree, you're racist. So yeah, oh, wait, and we got some bad flashbacks here from Get Along, who, again, all guns are fully automatic in Mark Waid and Kwanzer's world. And then towards the end, I almost forgot. Okay, so next we have some concerned parents who are like, I know how to keep our kids safe. Let's go down malicious style. Speaking of, by the way, the movie I made, Standoff at Sparrow Creek, about a militia, is available on iTunes or Amazon Prime. Check it out. But they go down militia style and are like, we know how to keep our kids safe. We're just, if any kids show up with guns, we're going to gack them. A perfectly reasonable hypothesis, by the way. But, of course, how would a reasonable person do this? They would, like, contact the local school and say, all right, I'm going to be, like, here or off campus or whatever, and if you get in a situation, let me know. No. You have to remember, white people are kind of dumb. So instead, they just walk into the school military style, and everybody freaks out. It's like, oh my god, like, so issue 1 ends with the school freaking out that now there are armed white people here in school. Everybody run. And now we end on, and so then Get Along gets helloed from Shay, and then we end on a couple of pages here on the end where I have no idea what's going on. I don't know. I literally don't know what's happening here. We're suddenly gone from the school to the beach, where there are dead people, or seemingly dead people. I mean, these people look pretty dead. They look dead to me. Do they look dead to you? But they're kind of having indulgence. Like there's a wine glass here, and Get Along is moving bodies or something. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I'm not dark enough, or I'm not woke enough. I don't know what's going on. Tell me, Mr. Waid. I know you're way more brilliant than I am, but what is going on these pages? I don't understand. Anyway, I give a lot of books a pass. This book is just absolute poop. Except for the paper printing quality, really nice. And got to give props to the artwork. Writing is atrocious. Yeah. Whew. Almost dented my banner with that dense thud. All right, everybody. By the way, White Lily issue 3, we had a successful Kickstarter. I put it up on Indiegogo earlier today. So far, our pledges are 0, which I kind of figured. But, all the people out there are like, well, you got to put it up on Indiegogo, because then, like, here comes all the people who don't... Yeah, there's all the people who refuse to use Kickstarter but would absolutely love it on Indiegogo. There it is. But if you want it, I put the link down in the description. Anyway, thank you so much for your time, everybody. Take care.